As we go through some of the things I'm about to talk about, you'll understand why. And this award celebrates leadership, service, and community, much of what he has done throughout his whole life. And when I talk about the IAPC Leadership Award, it's not about holding a title or a public office, it's about giving service to your community and helping others get to where they need to be. And that's what Tom is all about. And when I think about that, that makes him probably one of the best honorees that we could select for tonight's award. And for Tom, it's about showing up, helping people, strengthening the community that helped shape him. It's about the Italian-American experience. And when we think about it, that's really what all of us are about as an Italian-American. Helping others, helping people grow, and helping get to where they need to be. And when I think about that, that started long before what Tom did. That started with my grandparents. Just like many of you, we have relatives and ancestors who immigrated here from Italy. When my grandfather left Italy, he left on March 1913 with $20 in his pocket, and he boarded the ship. They often wondered what he was thinking about when he departed Italy. Was there hope? Was there fear? Was he looking for a better life here when he came to this country? And as he crossed the ocean and he landed here in America, they came here with no influence, but they came here ready and willing to work. So when they got here, they worked on roads and bridges, and they built communities that they likely would never leave, roads that they would never drive on, and of course, they knew that their family, somebody within their family would do that, and be able to drive on those roads and lead those communities. And tonight, not just Tom, but all the honorees and many of you in the room are making their dreams come true. And that's what Tom is doing tonight, as well as all of you. So with that said, I want to talk a little bit about Tom. Tom grew up in Melrose Park, Illinois, as we all did, and we were taught quite a bit from our parents, and I think that's why Tom gives back to the community. And our parents taught us that if you're fortunate enough to live in a strong community, then it's your responsibility to give back to that community. And it's clearly evident that's what Tom has followed suit with all the years throughout his life. And over the years, the people in Melrose Park got a chance to see what Tom actually did. They recognized his achievements. With that said, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the achievements that he actually has gone through. First, he started his career at Triton College in the Graphic Arts Department and then went on to be the Executive Director of Marketing. And he helped serve a community, or a district I should say, made up of about 24 communities in the Triton College district. He helped students get to a pathway and helped them achieve their dreams at Triton College. He was very proud of what he did for the college, and he served there for about 30-something years, I believe, which is a very long time for him to do that. In addition to that, or I should say not in addition, in 2015, Tom decided to retire from Triton College. And at that time, I think he was home for about 30 days. His days consisted of maybe waking up, going to Jewel, coming back home with a little grocery bag, sitting in his house thinking, what am I going to do next? And that's not Tom. Tom has a lot of energy. So Tom decided to get back in the work of things. So he took on the role of president of the Triton College Foundation. And in that role, he was responsible, and still is, for raising funds to help students achieve their dreams. And he has done that quite well. In addition to that role at Triton College, there's a number of other organizations that Tom has been part of, and you'll see why he's winning this award tonight. He's president of the Veterans Park District Board, where he helps guide programs and services for students and people in that district. He's a board member with the Proviso Public Partnership, Critical Mental Health Services, where they guide services for people with mental health conditions, for senior citizens, and so forth. He's a newly elected trustee for the Proviso Township, one of the largest townships in the state of Illinois, and he's there facing issues and addressing problems for thousands of people within the township. He's a board member of the School District 89 Education Foundation, raising funds for children to get through 8th grade and so forth. But most important, and especially related tonight, I think what's near and dear to heart for Tommy is also his Italian heritage. And one of the most important organizations for him is being a member of the Flowers of Italy Club, which is an organization that builds culture and community within Italian families and Italian communities. Throughout all those initiatives, people have noticed Tom and what he has done with those organizations. And by noticing it, he's received quite a few awards for the work he's done. And some of those over the years, those awards included recognition from national organizations, from political organizations, from businesses, religious organizations, and cultural organizations. These honors say a great deal about who Tom is and what he is about. What Tom enjoys most, as many of you may know if you know Tom, is about getting people together. And because of that, he's held a leadership position that many of you may not know about. He's the governor. Not the governor of Illinois. He's the governor of booth number 95 at Tom's Steakhouse. And at that booth, when Tom is there, you will see that you can find him with veterans, neighbors, business leaders, community residents, all sharing ideas, talking about the future, and trying to collaborate on what's next for the communities that they all serve. And that's what Tom is about when he's bringing people together there. It's a community, it's relationship building, and it's about access to public service, all at that table at booth 95. And if Tom ever invited you, which I'm sure he's going to tonight at some point, if he invited you to ever sit at that booth, you would know that you're not just going to have dinner, you're going there to be part of something important, and part of something for serving all the communities in the area. He believes in people, he believes in showing up, and he believes in picking up the phone. Wait, no, he doesn't believe in picking up the phone. He believes in community that is an idea, it's an action. And many of the people in Melrose Park watched Tom grow up and help him and watch him shape his life and help them serve. Especially our mayor from the village of Melrose Park, Ron Shapico, who's unable to be here tonight, but he does want me to read a letter that he wrote for Tom. And he says, Tom Olson represents the very best of Melrose Park. For many years, he has dedicated his time, energy, and heart to serving our community, supporting residents, students, honoring veterans, and bringing people together. Melrose Park and the surrounding communities are fortunate to have someone like Tom continuing to give back. Tom is a well-deserved candidate for this award tonight. I think the mayor captured exactly what many of us see and feel in our hearts about Tom. Moving forward, this summer, my parents turned 93 years old. They wanted to come tonight, but all of us brothers and sister-in-law said no, a little too much to handle, but they do want to send their wishes to Tom, and they also wrote a little letter that they asked me to write about Tom. And it's from our parents, and it says, congratulations to our son, Tom Olson. We are so proud to see you honored with the Italian American Political Coalition's Public Service Leadership Award. From your early days growing up in Melrose Park to the leader you have become today, you have always carried yourself with dedication, kindness, and a deep sense of responsibility to your community. You reflect the very best of the values we hope to pass along to you. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition. With love and pride always, Mom and Dad. I think they could have said it better than anyone else, and I'm also going to let them know that they got a round of applause for that. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming this year's Italian American Political Coalition's Public Leadership Award honoree, and remember, Governor of booth number 95 at Tom's Steakhouse, my brother Tom Olson.